we meet again. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I wanted to just talk about a few things since it's the end of the year now and the series is over. I've gotten a few questions from folks in the email mostly, and I didn't do a good job at answering any of those through the season, so I figured why not, let's do a last little video here to kind of recap the whole season and give you guys my thoughts on the races and the series and bike, vlogging, all that good stuff. So sit back, don't fall asleep, and I hope I won't bore you. Okay, but first things first, what is that? What the heck is that? I gotta move that now. This happens all the time. But anyways, besides the tree falling down, let me grab my phone here. I got the questions all from some folks in email. Let's see here. How did you do? Well, if you don't go to the website or whatever, I ended up taking second place in the series. That's how I did. Actually, I took first place in the Eastern series, as I would hope you would know from watching my other videos, and I took second in the rest of the series. So pretty cool for my first year. That was a goal I wanted to do and do well, and I think I did. I think that's pretty good considering it's my first ever racing really in my life. Definitely first series, and without knowing kind of where I fit in with the rest of the guys, I think second place was damn good, to be honest with you. I don't know that I could have done any better. But let's see here, what was the hardest race? Oh boy, that's a tough question. They were all hard. I don't think there was really one race that was harder than another, actually. If I were to say which one was harder than another one, I would have to say that the first race of the year, I believe it was Frostbite, round 1. That was probably the hardest race of the whole year, just because I was very sick. I don't know if I had the flu or what, but high fever, cough, sore throat, congestion, like just wasn't feeling great at all, and it's probably the hardest race of the whole year, actually. Let's see, the next question's asking me about the KTM 300 I rode. I don't really understand the question, but I think I'll try to answer it. So, in the market for buying a new bike, I really kind of fell back on my roots and went for a 2-stroke. And I heard great things about the KTM 300. I had never even rode one before I bought it, be honest with you. But I'm glad I did. That bike is so fun. It's light, it's nimble, it's got a ton of power. I think it's a great bike. I don't know if it's a bike for everybody, but for me, it definitely had, like, the fun factor was very high when I was riding that bike. And I kind of bought it already decked out, if you will. It was already pretty set up for riding and racing, and that bike is a good bike for anybody interested in those 300s. I would like to ride a 4-stroke sometime, just to kind of see what everybody kind of raves about. I know if you watch my videos, you're probably saying, you do own a 4-stroke. I've seen you on a YZ in the dunes or whatever. And yes, that's actually it's actually not my bike. It was my wife's brother's bike. I don't know if I inherited it, but I'm definitely giving it attention, and it was pretty much unrideable. The suspension on it was so bad, I didn't even ride that bike. So just up until recently, I got the suspension fixed. Really have never had an opportunity to really ride a 4-stroke. I think that would be fun in the future for sure, is to change it up a little bit from the 2-stroke to the 4-stroke. Yeah, so that bike is sick, and it's even sicker now that it's got the new wheels and hubs on there like that. Put that race head on there. Like I've had to do some things to the bike, and it's made it even better. So that bike, I'm looking forward to getting much more seat time on that bike now, just the way it's set up. Looking forward to it. How is the community? I'm guessing you're talking about everybody else racing. The whole like off-road community is sick. Everybody's so nice. Whenever I had like a bike issue, like there would always be somebody to swing by the camp, offer a hand. Even had a few folks like offer to give me some of their parts even, which is pretty surprising. And really, you know, I can't say enough about everybody. I didn't meet very many people, but there was nobody that like went out of their way to intentionally be rude or whatever. I hope you don't mind. I'm walking around my track around my house, and I'm picking up sticks and getting them off the track. Yeah, giving you a little track tour. It's a bonus. But yeah, everybody's cool. All the different motorcycle clubs were all nice. I felt there wasn't any one of the clubs that was hosting a race that was rude in any way. Let's see here. Do I follow any others who compete against who I compete against? Yes and no. I think there's a few other people that post YouTube videos. I don't know that anybody's vlogging the series. If there are, shoot, let me know. I wouldn't mind watching somebody else's progress. There are a few people though that post videos of their race, their first lap or their first few laps or whatever. My GoPro doesn't last 2 hours. So all the footage I have is really just first couple laps, and then that's it. Unfortunately, some good footage I missed because the GoPro's battery died, but I don't know, is what it is. Let's see here. So got another question here. What are you doing next year? I think you're probably asking about racing. That's a good question. I'm gonna try, if my body allows it. I don't know if you recall, I wiped out, it was Starvation Ridge, last lap. I wiped out pretty good, lost my GoPro, that's why I got no GoPro footage from Eddyville and Starvation Ridge. But since that accident, I've had nothing but shoulder pain and kind of issues. So I just kind of carried on the year riding. Didn't really think much of it. It didn't really hurt me too bad while I was racing, but definitely after the race it was very sore. Yeah, so I went and got an MRI on that just recently. Okay, so round 2 at the orthopedics. Alright, well, done with that. Looks like I have shoulder tears that require surgery, so I'm gonna try and avoid surgery and just do some PT. Surgery puts me out for like 4 to 6 months, I guess. So that's not good. So hopefully some PT will fix it. And then my knee, I got an MRI scheduled for that guy. Looks like I might have some meniscus issues going on, so hopefully it's not bad. Something they can just go in and clean up or something. But yeah, that's today's visit. Good stuff. Not. Yeah, so turns out I broke my scapula, which is I guess your shoulder blade, and I tore 2 rotator cuff tendons, not completely through, just partial tears. And then my bicep muscle or tendon or something like that is also torn, and that's I guess what's giving me the pain. I don't know. That was back in April, I guess it was. But May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So 7 months later. I'm just now in physical therapy trying to tighten up the shoulder. Both shoulders are loose, but it's the right shoulder that's giving me some pain. So I'm in physical therapy right now, trying to tighten that up to avoid surgery. If I gotta go get surgery, that pretty much puts me out for next year. And then on top of that, which I actually have an MRI tomorrow on my right knee. I got some meniscal damage going on in there that's giving me some pain. I don't know if that's from racing or if that's from something else, but I'm looking at 2 possible surgeries, hopefully not. With that said, I still plan to race next year. I think one of the other questions was, you know, what class am I racing next year? And that's a good question, and I actually don't think I'm going to answer that, but it's going to be an A class, I'll tell you that. So that looks like all the questions I had throughout the year. Not very many, just a few. If you do have a question though, drop them in the comments section below, email me, whatever, I'll get to them. I try to be better at answering the questions throughout the year. I also, for next year, you know, I do plan to race the NMA series again, if I'm able to. I also want to try out the Nork series. I've heard good things about the Nork series. I do like the races with the MX tracks. One of the races I missed this year was the Nork series. I don't know what round it was, but it was at Washougal, and I've always wanted to ride at Washougal, and I definitely would like to do that. My cat's following me. You see that? So yeah, that pretty much wraps up all the questions. Let's see, what am I forgetting? Something to let you guys know. I don't really know. I'm trying to think of something else that you guys would be interested in. I really don't know. Honestly, if you got a question, if you're like thinking about racing the series, do it. Just do it. I was in the same boat. I literally just wanted to race a few more. Decided there's no reason why I can't try and race a series. And then when my wife was pregnant, I was thinking that just wasn't going to be able to complete the full series. So I was like, well, gosh, they're offering this Eastern series, you know, it's rounds 1 through 4. I can just go do those races and just hit another couple other races, but don't try and carry out through the year. And you know, I was able to do more races than I thought it was even possible. So that was cool. So if you're sitting there, you know, contemplating whether you want to do the poker series, enduro, or off-road, I'd say do it. Get off your ass and do it. It's fun. It was definitely challenging. You know, I'm by myself, working on my bike, really by myself. I had my wife, my daughter, and some family members come with us to some of the races. It was stressful. I won't deny it. I'm definitely doing the hotel room and stuff. That was fairly expensive. You know, my wife was pregnant pretty much all year, besides the last 2 races, I guess it was. You know, I had a pregnant woman with me the whole time. If you know anything about that can be challenging in itself. Gosh, you know, then I procured the motorhome, which was an awesome investment. But yeah, I'll try and make this quick. It's getting pretty dark out. I do want to give a couple thanks to some people that helped me this year. The Motorsports of Olympia, those guys helped me with parts and problems throughout the year. Dropped everything they were doing for me. I thought that was awesome. I also want to thank Hard Rock Excavating for loaning me the motorcycle trailer that you guys seen. That wasn't mine, that was borrowed. And actually the drone, the Mavic Pro, was also borrowed from Hard Rock Excavating. So if you need any dirt work, Hard Rock Excavating's go-to here in Olympia area. And that's it. I'm not sponsored by anybody by any means. Those are just folks that just help me with different things throughout the years. So I definitely want to give a shout out to those guys. Also, you know, thank my wife. She was there for me every single race, and you know, it does help. Definitely want to thank her. And then pretty much all my friends and family that came to watch. You know, thanks to those guys for coming and checking out, seeing what the whole race thing is all about. And I guess before I turn this camera off, I wanted to talk kind of about the vlog thing. You know, if you're interested in filming or vlogging or doing something similar that I did, I'd say go for it. It's definitely an awkward thing to do. This whole talking in front of the camera right now, it is so awkward. I can talk to myself way easier than I can talk in front of a camera. Don't ask me why. It's just the way it is. If you're curious on doing some filming, vlogging, whatever, you know, I'd say do it. Just use whatever equipment you got and go for it. I really don't have the best video equipment, as I'm sure you can see. Definitely my GoPro on the top of the helmet that I had, a Chinese 4K thing. Like that thing, I swear that thing has almost zero image stabilization. It is so shaky, and to go through all that footage and to watch it shaking around just bugs your eyes out. So if I were to say like one thing to spend some good money on, if you're gonna run a GoPro or a camera on your helmet, get a good camera with some good image stabilization. I couldn't take any more of it. So for next year I got a Hero 5 that I'm hoping will be much better. It's got some cool features on it. You know, I can hook my heart rate monitor up to it. I think it has GPS as well, so you can kind of track out the course, your speeds, and all that fun stuff. So looking forward to getting that thing on the top of my helmet. Maybe I'll find some new GoPro mounting spots on the bike too, instead of on the front number plate. Gets a lot of vibration up there, so maybe I'll find a different place on the bike. That'd be cool. But that's pretty much it for as far as the video, the vlog and stuff. I do want to upgrade my equipment, but you know, I just say just shoot with what you got. Sometimes it's not the quality, it's the content. So I will say that vlogging is very challenging, and there's a lot of times where I just wanted to, you know, just call it quits. You just look like a goon, Brent. But yeah, shoot, if you're into videoing and editing some stuff, I say do it. Use whatever equipment you got and go for it. Post it on YouTube so I can watch it. I want to watch you guys progress and racing. You know, it's fun. It gives me something to do. I hope those that do watch these actually enjoyed, you know, my progress and in my racing throughout the year, and hope it was some form of entertainment for you. But yeah, that's about it. Shoot, I've taken you around the whole track. You guys done one full lap around my track now, so it's getting pretty dark. I think I'm gonna call it a wrap here, and you know, I'm probably not gonna see you guys again till the NMA Awards banquet. I'm gonna contact those guys and see if they'll let me videotape it so I can put a little video together of that. Yeah, that's it. Season's over. 2018 is just around the corner, so it won't be too long until you see some more racing photos, videos, whatever. You know, subscribe if you like it. Smash that like button on all the videos you like. You got a question, comment, whatever, throw it in the comments down below. Yeah, check out the channel every now and then. I'll try and post some cool videos down the dunes, trail riding or whatever. But yeah, that's it. I did forget one thing. That's a goal for next year. You want to guess what that goal is? Throw it in the comment section. Hell, I'll just tell you, I want to go pro next year.